Scene script? Are you ready to handle the cuteness overload of a French Bulldog? I hope you are, because we're diving right in. There's something irresistibly charming about the French Bulldog. Perhaps it's their compact size, or maybe it's their distinct bat-like ears that stand tall and proud. Or it could be their smushed-in faces that mirror an old man's grumpiness, yet exude an unparalleled charm. One look at a French Bulldog, and you're bound to have your heart stolen. But it's not just their looks that will win you over. Their personality is just as adorable. French Bulldogs, or Frenchies, as they are affectionately known, are known for their playful and affectionate nature. They have a knack for making everyone around them smile with their comical antics. Their expressive faces seem to speak a language of their own, and their snorty laughs, well, they're enough to make even the gloomiest day brighter. Here's something to tickle your funny bone. Imagine coming home after a long day, and there's your Frenchie waddling towards you with its tiny legs, a wide grin on its face and its little tail wagging in joy. And the moment you sit down, there it is, jumping onto your lap, ready for a cuddle session. Now, if that doesn't melt your heart, I don't know what will. But dear friends, with great cuteness comes great responsibility. A Frenchie's lifespan averages between 10 to 12 years. Now, that's a good decade or so of dealing with their snorty laughs, funny little waddles, and a whole lot of love. It's also a decade of coming home to chewed-up shoes, cleaning up after their mess and tolerating their stubbornness. But trust me, one look at their innocent eyes and all your frustration will melt away. It's almost as if they have a magic spell that makes you forget all about their naughty deeds. So, if you're ready for a lifetime of laughter and cuteness overload, you might just be ready for a French Bulldog. And now let's tackle the age-old question, male or female. It's like choosing between two types of donuts. Both are sweet, but each has its own flavour. When it comes to French Bulldogs, or Frenchies as they're affectionately known, there are some delightful differences to consider. Picture this. A male Frenchie is a bit like that rambunctious little boy in the playground, always ready for a game of fetch, always up for a bit of rough and tumble, and always the first one to the dinner bowl. Yes, these chaps are quite the energetic bundle, but let's not forget our female Frenchies. Oh, they may appear dainty, but don't be fooled. These ladies are no wallflowers. They're more like the queen of the castle, ruling the roost with a gentle but firm paw. When it comes to stubbornness, they've turned it into an art form, and they know how to get their way with just a tilt of their head and a wag of their tail. Of course, these are just generalizations. Every Frenchie is a unique individual with their own quirks and characteristics. Some males might be the epitome of couch potatoes, while some females might be bouncing off the walls. And that's part of the joy of having a Frenchie. They'll keep you on your toes, and they'll keep you laughing with their antics. Both males and females are known to be great companions. They're loyal, affectionate, and have a knack for making you feel like the most important person in the world. If you're looking for a dog that will stick by your side through thick and thin, then a Frenchie is just the ticket. But remember, whether you choose a male or female Frenchie, they both require love, care, and a healthy dose of patience. They're not just pets, they're family. So, whether you prefer a little more sass or a touch more energy, there's a French Bulldog out there that's perfect for you. Now that you've picked your donut, your French Bulldog, let's talk about care and feeding. Spoiler alert, they can't live on donuts alone. Just as you wouldn't subsist only on pastries, your French Bulldog needs a balanced diet to thrive. This breed is known for its love of food. From kibble to carrots, they'd happily gobble up anything you offer. But don't let those puppy dog eyes fool you into overfeeding them. Obesity is a real concern for French Bulldogs and can lead to a host of health issues. A healthy diet for your French Bulldog should include quality protein, fruits, vegetables, and grains. A little bit of everything, you see. It's like they're preparing for a culinary tour around the world, minus the actual travel. You'd be surprised how much they enjoy a bit of carrot or apple as a snack. As for general care, regular vet checkups are essential. These little charmers are prone to certain health issues like hip dysplasia and brachycephalic syndrome. Regular visits to the vet can help catch these problems early. And now, to address the elephant in the room, or should I say, the French Bulldog in the room. You see, these adorable creatures are notorious for their, Flatulence. It's not their fault, really. Their short snouts cause them to swallow air when they eat, leading to, well, you know. Feeding them smaller, more frequent meals can help reduce this issue. There are also certain foods known to exacerbate the problem, so unless you enjoy living in a constant cloud of eau de franchi, it's best to avoid feeding them things like beans and peas. Remember to always keep them hydrated, especially in hot weather. Their flat faces make them prone to overheating. A bowl of fresh water should always be available for your French Bulldog. In the end, it's all about balance. A balanced diet, balanced care, and a balanced amount of laughter at their endearing quirks. Remember, a well-fed and cared-for French Bulldog is a happy and possibly less gassy French Bulldog. Are French Bulldogs good with kids and other pets? Let's find out. But spoiler alert, they're not exactly aspiring to be the next Usain Bolt. When it comes to training your French Bulldog, patience is your best friend. These little charmers are known for their stubborn streak, but don't let that deter you. With a bit of persistence and a whole lot of treats, you'll have them sitting, staying, and maybe even fetching in no time. Remember though, French Bulldogs are more likely to win a hot dog eating contest than an obedience competition. Now let's talk about exercise. If you're picturing long, strenuous hikes or intense games of fetch, you might want to rethink your breed choice. French Bulldogs are more like the couch potatoes of the dog world. A short walk around the block or a brief play session is usually enough to keep these little guys happy and healthy. Just remember to keep them cool during the summer months, as they can overheat easily. As for playtime, French Bulldogs are like the life of the party. They've never met a toy they didn't like. Whether it's a squeaky toy, a tennis ball, or even your old pair of socks, they're up for anything. This love for play makes them great companions for children. Their stocky build and patient nature also mean they can handle the rough and tumble play that kids are known for. And what about other pets? Well, French Bulldogs are like the diplomats of the dog world. They generally get along well with other animals, especially if they've been socialized from a young age. They're not likely to chase your cat up a tree or pick a fight with your other dog. Instead, they're more likely to try and initiate a game of tag or find a cozy spot to snooze together. So, if you're looking for a workout buddy, a French Bulldog might not be your first choice. But if you want a champion cuddler and playmate, you're in the right place. Now let's talk about the elephant in the room. The cost of owning a French Bulldog. Or should I say the French Bulldog in the room. We've covered the charm, the quirks and the care of these petite, bat-eared companions. But there's one more thing you should be aware of before you let a French Bulldog slobber all over your heart. And that's the dent they'll make in your wallet. Let's start with the initial cost. These little bundles of joy aren't exactly what you'd call cheap. A French Bulldog puppy can cost anywhere from £1,500 to £3,000. And if you're thinking of getting a blue or a rare-coloured Frenchie, be prepared to shell out even more. That's quite a chunk of change for a dog that's not much bigger than a loaf of bread. Next up, we've got the ongoing costs. Vet bills, food, toys, grooming. It all adds up, especially when your Frenchie decides to swallow a sock or two and you're left with an unexpected trip to the vet. And let's not forget about food. These dogs may be small, but they've got appetites that could put a Great Dane to shame. You'll be shelling out a decent amount on high-quality dog food to keep your Frenchie in tip-top shape. Then there's insurance. Given the French Bulldog's predisposition to certain health issues, pet insurance is highly recommended. It's an extra cost, but it could save you from some hefty bills down the line. It's also worth mentioning that French Bulldogs have a penchant for the finer things in life. A simple dog bed won't do. No, your Frenchie will demand the plushiest pillows, the squeakiest toys, and the fanciest collars. To sum it up, owning a French Bulldog is not for the faint of heart or the light of wallet. But when you're greeted by that squishy face and those loving eyes every day, you'll agree that it's worth every penny. So, are you ready to handle the snoring, farting, but utterly adorable French Bulldog? Because they're certainly ready to love you, flatulence and all.